Hello, my name is Simon.
And my name is Matthias.
Today we have the cheap phone Sony Xperia E5.
Yeah, it costs around 200 bucks. And earlier we tested the predecessor to the E5, the E4, which was a very good phone, and it costed around 100 bucks and was great at gaming actually. The Xperia E5 is a plastic phone. The thing with the plastic is that it feels quite good, almost like the old iPhone 5C. The E5 feels good in the hand, and for the price I think the design is good. There are better designed phones for the price, but not many. The speaker performs okay and is located at the bottom, sadly. All the buttons are at the right side of the phone, but there isn't a camera button at the side. We missed the camera button, but the camera isn't that good, so we can understand Sony.
The UI is very fast. It almost never lags. Sony E5's predecessor E4 was extremely fast in the UI, and the E5 is that too. When you scroll around in the menus and in the home screens, the phone couldn't be faster. But the loading time when you launch an app is not that good. The multitasking is not that fast either. But for the price we don't expect much, so we think that E5 does a great job.
The screen is good for the money. It is 5-inch big and has the resolution of 720p. So we think that the screen is a bit better than we expected, and the 720p resolution is not what you expect from a phone that costs only 200 bucks. The contrast is the bad thing with the screen, and the colors are not that good. But on the other side it performs great in sunlight, which surprised us. Lastly, the viewing angles are okay, but not more. So the screen isn't super good, but for the money it is a good screen. The camera is probably the most disappointing thing with this phone. It is a 13 megapixel one, so we thought for a moment that it was the same optics as in the Xperia XA. Sadly, there isn't. The camera is nothing but really bad. In good conditions, the camera is able to take pictures that is okay, and in bad conditions, the camera is terrible. It records video in 1080p, so obviously there are no 4K mode in this phone. The selfie camera has the resolution of 5 megapixels and is not that good either.
The hardware in this budget phone is a quad-core clocked at 1.3 GHz, Android 6.0, and 16 GB of storage, 10 GB available. And it also has space for memory card. And there's 1.5 GB of RAM. And the thing with this budget phone is that 16 GB of storage is actually pretty good. So you can actually install some apps. And the battery life has been good in Sony phones for the last couple of years. But sadly, the newest Sony phones hasn't had the super good battery life. And in the Xperia E5, the 2700 mAh battery managed to keep the phone awake for around 1 day. We think that a battery as big as this, and with the low-end hardware, the phone should be better in terms of battery life. As on all the Sony phones, the E5 has very good battery saving modes. So if you are low on battery, the saving modes probably is enough to make the phone survive the day. In the end, the Xperia E5 is a good and fast phone. Especially for a cheaper phone, it has all the basics you want. A big memory, for example.
Yeah, but the downside with the E5 is the camera. So if you want a better camera phone, you have to buy a more expensive phone. Yeah, that's all for us today, and thank you for watching. And subscribe if you want to.
And like this video.
Yeah. And have a nice day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.